Hi, travelers. You caught me taking my slippers off. Tara here at Hidden Lotus Tarot. I'm doing an impromptu reading. I got up this morning and I was feeling, I don't know, something in the air, so to speak. Now, the cards that I'm using are the Casanova cards, and they have completely different messages from the cards that I normally use with the Rider-Waite deck. Um, I've been working with this deck privately for, I don't know, probably 3.5 weeks now, and I'm still getting to learn the deck. It has lots of messages. They tell beautiful stories. And this is just an impromptu full moon reading. We do know that the full moon is today. So I'm going to try to explain to you what it is that the cards, what the message is. These cards are erotic cards. So again, if you're offended, you can go to another channel and get some regular looking cards. Okay, right in the center, I have 9 cards down, as you can see. I have on the top row the 7 of Cups, the 5 of Pentacles, the 4 of Cups. The next row is the 7 of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles, and then the Knight of Pentacles. The last row down is the Lovers, the 4 of Wands, and the 2 of Swords. Underneath the bottom of the deck, I have the 10 of Wands. Okay, now right in the center of the spread, I have the 10 of coins, pentacles. And this card in this deck speaks to an offer being made, a sincere offer, one that you can quote unquote bank on. Okay. So we can say that this is, since that's the focus card, we can say that this is the true issue of what the cards are trying to speak to us about. Now, this 7 of coins, and I don't know if you can, 7 of cups. There's a guy looking at this woman through a door in a mirror. Okay. This to me, the meaning of the card is attraction to something that is pure, sincere, rather naive and innocent. Okay. And to me, let me just give you the whole, what it says. It's as if, and this does involve a man. This spread to me speaks about a man, but it also speaks to the woman, and the relationship between the two of them. This guy saw something. He saw a woman. He's attracted to the purity and the innocence within her. We can even say that he still watches her from afar. He's highly intrigued by her. But this man is crippled. He is crippled and he's blind. And we can say that this card, in thinking about that and looking at the condition and the state that the man is in, he's got a blindfold on, he's got a peg leg, he's sitting in an alley with one crutch. And we can say that he's crippled in the aspect of not being able to see the forest for the trees. But then again, we can say that these were choices that he made. They were choices based upon him having one view of something that he obviously felt very passionate about. I mean, people don't join up and go to war, if they don't feel passionate about their beliefs and why they're fighting. So we could also say that there was some discord between this man and this woman, and it made him feel like this, to the point where even his work is suffering. Okay. And then we have this 4 of Cups. Now this speaks to rest. It speaks to conversation. It speaks to boredom. And it also speaks to an end. And so these 3 cards together, this guy saw something that attracted him. But for whatever reason, he's unable to see the big picture, and he's crippled by it in many aspects of his life. Even though he can't see because he's blindfolded, he's looking in this direction as if to say, this is the end. Okay. But with the blindfold on, he can't really see the end of it. He doesn't, it's a dichotomy. Okay. it's the end for him in one respect, but then he can't see the end of it. It's like it's saying it's not over. But I feel that whatever occurred, maybe one or both of these people are trying to move forward with this Seven of Pentacles. If you can see, the woman is highly pleased, but the man looks kind of bored. So maybe it could be that this gentleman is trying to move on. Even this lady is trying to move on, and she's looking for some excitement or something, but there's a choice. And this here is the Lovers, and the Lovers in this deck speaks to not really a choice, but let me see if I can, from the keywords, explain in a better manner what it means. It is about a choice, and it's about a crossroads. It's about the beginning of something that stems from this offer here in the center. But, you know, it says both of them have made a choice, okay? But the choice is relative in terms of their experience, if that makes any sense, with each other. I have this Four of Cups, this Ten of Coins, and the Lovers, as if both people were maybe bored or dissatisfied with their relationships or their interactions with people in the past. They came across each other in a sense. That's kind of how it feels, because this guy, you know, he's peeking through the door. So it's like he came across this person, and they met, and everything in terms of the meeting, it's like everything fell into place, and there's choices to be made. Again, we have this. This card is always hard for me to explain. So let me look at it again, and then maybe I can explain it to you in a better way. Again, we have another card of boredom, lack of communication. Remember I said that perhaps, you know, there was a fight or an argument. So it speaks to things just kind of falling apart and not going right, even though this offer was sincere. What I find is this Knight of Pentacles. This is someone who is waiting for the right moment. Now, I can't say if it's the woman or if it's the man. We do know that knights can bring news. In the regular deck, typically it's news that you've been waiting on for a long time, and it turns out to be good news. But if you look, the horse is kind of tired. The guy's kind of tired. He didn't even hold the pentacle up high. You know, he's just like, okay, here I am. And this is after a period of non-communication, of an ending, so to speak. But what strikes me the most is this Two of Swords. Now, this Two of Swords is not the Two of Swords of choice or indecision or impartiality. This card speaks to wanting to, or the need to, become sincere in oneself, to recognize your true wants, needs, and desires. And that, to me, it's saying that it can only be done through this other person, irregardless of the fight or the discord or the non-communications or the end of the thing or the choices made. The exit card is all about finding yourself. And to me, the spread speaks to these two people, and it is two people. These two people, there's a gift between these two people. It's not being recognized by one person, or it's not being accepted, or it's as if this card is saying, well, he don't even give a shit, okay? But I think the female knows exactly how this can play out. She knows exactly what's happening. The reason I say that is because we have in the center this Four of Wands. And this card is really, literally, the interpretation is a return to simplicity. So in one regard, it's as if this card is saying, you know, you're going to have to pare down all of the outside influences. You're going to have to close your ears to any negativity that's coming in, and you're going to have to really make the choice, the effort to get sincere in yourself. Now, the one thing I find most peculiar about this because it's giving us a little bit of insight into the man. He's in a place where, I don't know, he's just in a place. But what I'm getting from this woman is that there's two sides to this woman. She is at once kind of pure and chaste and innocent. This is and naive, and this is highly, highly attractive to this man. But the other thing is that this is a woman who, although she can appear to be serene on the surface, she is highly passionate. See the wands floating on the water? And perhaps she is extremely changeable. But she is standing in the woods by herself. So this is not a woman who is afraid of either her dark side or her light side. She very much recognizes that her emotions run very close to the surface, her passions and her desires. But she's, she's standing alone, half naked in the woods by herself. She's standing between two trees. So she has somewhat of a balance. She's leaning to the side, so maybe there's a slight imbalance going on, but for the most part, she's a pretty balanced individual. Now, what you see, I don't know if you can see this, in the background, where is it? Over here. There's a guy. There's somebody watching her. There's somebody watching her. She is either unaware that he's watching her, or she knows he's there, and she's saying, in effect, well, not this is who I am, accepted, but this is me, all of me. And you can either come forward and, make yourself known, or, you can stand there and watch. Either way. And it says both, it's saying as if both people are like, well, whatever, this is it and that's it. And so it's as if they've given up. The interesting thing is this 10 of Wands. Now this speaks to duplicity. It speaks to bluffing. It speaks to taking a risk. Because as we can see, the guy's sitting at the gambling table, but there's also so many people around him. So it's as if he's in a position where he can only do, I think, what he has to do. I can't explain that any better than that. But it could also mean that something will occur. I don't see anything occurring, but maybe a realization is coming that maybe this person should take the risk, irregardless of the consequences, irregardless of what anybody else thinks of the situation or about him, that he should take the risk. Indeed, he is thinking about this person, okay, and perhaps having regrets. And the funny thing is we have this 2 of Cups underneath. So it's as if the message of the cards is saying that whatever this situation is and however it went about, there is a truth in the sense that we have the Lovers, we have the 10 of Coins, we have the 6 of Cups, we have the 2 of Cups, that this is really a relationship of equals. But there's just some kind of discord and harmony going on underneath. And I don't think anybody's really some people are not taking the time to honor the way they really are. And they need to become sincere in what it is and not be afraid of what it is that they're feeling. I want to pull one card off the top. The Fool card. Now, this card in this deck can speak to, hold on, I just want to make sure I get it right. It's not the beginning. It is madness. It is eccentricity. It's the mask. It's hiding, a different perception, a lack of logic, and a neglect of the consequences. So it's saying as if whatever occurred between these two people, I don't think they really thought it out. It was just like reactionary things. Maybe one person was super busy and going through something and someone else got a little upset because there was no communication, because we do have these cards of non-communication. It could be that someone's highly emotional nature came into play, scared somebody off, and they ran away. What I want to do is I want to take the Sibilas quickly on this Two of Swords and this Ten of Wands to see if we can see anything about what these cards are actually saying. This is the exit card, and this is the overall energy of the reading. We do know, based upon all of the cup cards underneath, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 cup cards with the Lovers, and this offer of, this is a seer offer in the center, that this is indeed an emotionally difficult situation. It is a confusing situation. It is pitting your logic against your desires. It is ignoring your emotions and using logic. It is perhaps stubbornness on the part of either person to admit what they feel. I do feel that this woman has admitted, because she's standing in the woods naked waiting for this guy to step forward. So she already, has said her piece. And that's why the wands are floating on top of the water. She's in a state of balance right now. She knows what her desires are. She knows what her emotions are. But the wands on the top, we know that wands speak to getting things done, the way you do things and your ambitions. And it's as if those wands are kind of floating by her, as if to say, I have to move on. I'll stand here and I'll wait, but you're going to have to show me something. So, I don't know. This is quite the interesting spread. On the Two of Swords, the card of becoming sincere with oneself, of accepting that. Now, I have the Il Nemico, the male rival. I have the Constance, and I have the male domestico. Now, the male domestico is, he's a helper. He's a collaborator. He does things for people. It's not as though he's above board all the time. But this could also be, someone returning home because he has a bag in his hand. He's coming in through the door. Now, I could say that the way I'm reading these two cards together, it is as if the cards are saying to me that this is a fear. This is a fear for a man, of returning to the shadow side of himself, or that this is something constant for him. This is about determination. It's like he's trying to fight against these two things. But as we know, he's crippled. Now, if this pertains to a actual third male coming in, but it's in the past position. So it could be that it's a past experience that is coming up and that is creating, it's so hard. There's a help involved with this male rival, but it's a hidden help. It is a help that is not, I don't want to say above board, but there's something kind of nefarious about it, and not in the sense that it's something that is intentional, but that somebody's trying to fight against it. And really, to me, on this card, what it's speaking to is someone trying to get a handle on the shadow part of themselves, and they're really trying to persevere through it, which may be why they may come back and try to take a risk. Let's see what the cards say on this. A risk, a bluff, taking a chance, and or being duplicitous. I have the Casa, Amore, and the Pensiero. Someone at home, this person is thinking about having love come into their home. They're giving it great weight and great thought. There has been duplicitousness in the past with love in his home. As if maybe he took a chance and it didn't quite work out, or that he is now coming to the realization of a few things about himself, and he is deciding, now I'm going to take a chance really on finding whatever it is I need to have the security and love that I need. And they're giving it great thought. I'd like to read on the Fool card, and then we're going to end this. Negligent of the consequences, right? The mask, hiding. Again, the message comes through. We have the cat. These are hidden intentions. This is deceit, coupled with this card, the Esperanza. Esperanza typically is a positive card, which speaks to hope. But when you couple it with the cat card, the message is that someone has extreme worry and anxiety about whatever the Fool card is representing to them. And they are studying. This is the letterato, the man in the library. They're studying, they're researching. Perhaps they are looking beneath the surface of themselves. This speaks back to the il nemico, the domestico, and this Two of Swords, being sincere with oneself, coming out of this crippled state of being blind and not moving. And they're giving it, they're looking at themselves. They have some worry about how it's going to all end or play out. I'm going to leave you with these messages. It's a very interesting spread to me. If any of this makes sense to you, contact me. Men, if you're out there and you're watching this, and if you're in this situation and you need a little bit of insight, you can contact me. I mean, it's nothing for a guy to get a tarot reading. Sometimes we just need a little insight. So you can find me at hiddenlotustarot.com. I do hope these messages have helped you or have brought, some things for you to think about. I do feel, all in all, that there's something very somewhat tragic and something very exciting. It's two energies. It's so sad that this is occurring, and indeed there is sadness, I think, on the part of both people, really. But there is such a beautiful outcome to this. So I think it's going to require, even with this woman now has to get sincere with herself in terms of, I don't know, the offer. What does it really mean? I think that's what it says. What does it really mean for her? I don't know. So, the monthlies are going to be coming out. I'm probably going to be posting one or two of them later today. And in the meantime, and in between time, enjoy your Thanksgiving. Try not to overdose on turkey and football. And I will see you soon. Thank you for visiting with me. Namaste.